Hey everyone, welcome back to the Age of Bison YouTube channel. My name is General Spades. I am joined with Dunamai, and we've got Game of the Week, Week 3 of the Sunbros Kenny Powers 1v1 tournament between Carey1ag and IronTurtle. Dunamai, this is a Spain versus Aztec matchup. Talk to me, Goose. How do you feel about this?
Super interesting matchup. More often than not, Spain wants to go for the fast fortress, but Aztecs knows it. So we might see an Aztec rush. But then again, with DE and the introduction of the logistician, we do have some ways for Spain to have a really strong age up. So I really want to see what's going to happen in terms of H2 play, which will, in my opinion, be the decider of this game.
We have an early 75 wood treasure up here for Spain, so that'll be really nice for them. They're going to be able to, if they want, take a trade post and only have to chop 25 wood for a house, which is really nice indeed. They are taking 25 wood and building a house. Oh my goodness. Am I good or am I good?
You are good. One thing to note, Spade, is when he did the creeping for the treasure, and he may have to pay for it with his life. The tigers have a very fast animation reset. You need to snare the tigers, else you're going to have a lot of troubles. And I think Carey1ag will just be able to put the TP, but he's going to pay for that with his life.
Trade post does go up with 50 HP left on the Explorer, so Delgado over here will indeed be going down. Mike, can you do me a favor real quick and check on the Civ grid to see what the matchup looks like between these two Civ, just for a little bit of extra flavor?
No problem.
I know Aztec is one of the less picked civilizations. It might actually be the least picked civilizations on the entire rank ladder. But I'm sure we do have some
Aztec
matchups.
versus Spain. This is a draw. Exactly 50% win rate for Aztec versus Spain.
In how many games do we have in the Civ ladder so far?
This is an interesting question. Aztec versus Spain. We have exactly 10 games. 5 win, 5 loss.
Okay, so not a whole bunch of data, but exactly 50-50 between the two across the majority of the ladder at higher elo. So interesting to see how this matchup develops. We haven't taken a look at this deck yet. We have one called Beginner for the Aztec player. He's got Carey1ag, which he's already sent, ships in a Warrior Priest, and his next age up will be going fast.
So one thing to note, he sent Carey1ag first before the 3 villagers. I love this play because you're going to get more XP, which enables you to then send the 3 villagers earlier. It does give you a bit of idle TC, as we see now.
And you're right, those 3 villagers are coming in, and he's just about to age up. We're going to hop over to Carey, see what he's doing. A little bit less scouting. He has kept his Explorer, well, his Explorer's dead, and his dog's just been out kind of exploring around. Going to pick up the Explorer. Now, his deck is called 1v1 FF. Dunamai, looks like you called it. He's going to want to try an FF here. He's got 3 vills. Looks like he's sent Capitalism already. Both players opting to send cards, 2 cards in Age 1. Spain can get away with it a little bit, obviously, because A, the trade post, and B, they get their shipments a little bit faster than every other Civ. Indeed, he's going to have a shipment ready by the time he gets to Age 2, which he is aging up with now with the Governor.
One thing to note, too, is you did say the FF was kind of obvious. On the card and the deck. The problem is now Aztec knows it, and Aztec is going to do what Aztec does best.
Build a forward war hut and apply early pressure. That seems about right. The Elder coming in. IronTurtle actually getting up to Age 2 before Carey by, looks like probably just a few seconds, despite clicking the button afterwards. The Elder does what for Aztec age up? Remind me?
It gives you a Warhead Travois and increases the Warhead hit point by 10%.
Okay, so now we're going to have 2 war huts coming up for Aztec, as well as 700 wood coming in. Does actually end up getting an extra shipment. Thanks to that Warrior Priest. Ready for as soon as he gets to Age 2. We're going to pop back over here real quick and take a look. 50 food here, has a shipment ready. 5 settlers coming in now, and a stable going up in the back.
So it's actually a semi-FF.
5 settlers followed by 700 wood. Very interesting. I mean, I wonder if he potentially saw the deck from Aztec here. Oh, that's not going to work. I have to do it this way. Saw the deck from Aztec and saw all these unit shipments and decided maybe to semi-FF instead. Remember, as you can see, he doesn't see the forward war huts. All that is still black map. The outpost is in base with Hussars training, so potentially tipped off by the Aztec deck as well, maybe expecting a rush.
Wonderful macro.
And flexing out of the FF into more of a semi. Does now spot the forward war huts and immediately turns tail and says, I'm out of here. Nope.
Nope.
Being chased by some coyote runners here. But doesn't look like they're going to catch Delgado and El Paso.
So the Aztec explorer actually working against his team by blocking the coyotes, so that's a little bit unfortunate. But they eventually will snare the explorer and kill him.
We do have a little bit of raids going on here. Coyote runners actually, yeah, going to be able to kill at least one villager. And getting in on the forward base. We're going to turn Fog of War off just to take a look at what's going in. And here comes the rest of this. I think that's probably a slinger shipment, would be my guess.
Yes, sir. Not the best shipment, considering, you know, you're against only Cav. But I guess it could be a preemptive one, because you might see 7 rods from Spain. That would be, like, big brain.
We do have the Hussar hopping on top of the slingers, who a majority of them get out. The Coyote Runner is going to be fighting Hussar here. More Coyote Runners backing up. We've got more, it's a pure Hussar comp so far from Spain. Aztec does have a shipment handy. Carey has one as well. See what he sends here. He's got some options. He's got the 7 rods, like you said. He also has Irish Brigadiers, which would be a good shipment to send here, facing nothing but coyotes. Or a majority
The interesting thing, I don't know if you noticed, but he made another tower. I love that play. So, one of the reasons why I love that play, can you check the Argentine slingers real quick? So these guys, they can tank 1 town center shot. But if I remember correctly, they cannot tank 1 town center shot and an outpost. By putting an outpost on both sides, you make sure you never get more than 1 shot to kill them. Taunting slinger. And really small play.
And there's a 7 rod shipment. They're going to try and get on top of the coyote runners. And oh man, there's a lot of coyote runners here for Aztec. This is going to be a big battle going on right now. Winner of this battle potentially takes the advantage. Carey's got a 1,500 score lead, looks like, or at about 1,600 actually. But if this battle goes wrong for Carey, which the rods look like they're dying, it might not be good. We've got a Rax now going up, but Carey retreating down to the safety of his towers, has 6 villagers plus an outpost firing in on all these guys. And this is, honestly, this is great defensive play from Carey right now, Dunamai.
And the Irish Brigadiers coming in. And the Irish Brigadiers are great against Aztec, because Aztec doesn't have, like, units with a good amount of HP. Maybe the Coyotes, but the Irish Brigadiers counter them. So the Irish Brigadiers are going to be able to get promotion. And that could be the difference between a win and a loss here.
29 villagers for Spain versus 25 for Aztec. So you give the eco advantage a little bit to Spain here. But Aztec still a little bit on the front foot. They've been able to snipe a couple of villagers. They've got the bigger mass, and idle time is going to be big here. The more you can idle Spain, the better off you are going to be. Macroing for nothing but a taunted slingers, it looks like. Oh no, coyote runners are food wood. My game knowledge is fine. Don't worry about it.
Don't worry, professional casting.
Yes, we are professionals here on the Age of Bison YouTube channel. Slingers now taking some pot shots. Both players now very well aware of the opposing team's composition. Did we see the Irish? The Irish Brigadiers are in here. We don't yet know if Aztec spotted this, but we've reached a little bit of a standoff now. 700 wood coming in for Spain. He's got a lot of coin, a lot of coin built up, transitioning most of his villagers
and
on
a raid coming up. And there you have it. First promotion, I think. Can you alt key to get to see that? Yeah, first promotion on the Irish Brigadiers. And if Carey's smart with his micro, we see musketeers that are going to die for the Brigadiers. This is excellent. Like, the more the fight goes on, and if he can keep the Brigadier, another promotion for Brigadiers, the more tanky and powerful the Brigadiers are going to be. And at some point, that's going to be hard to stop. Like, I think it's 230 HP and 30 attack Brigadiers, which is essentially veteran plus Musketeers.
Good micro from Carey here to chase off the Slingers. We now have two promoted Brigs in base, and these Slingers are going to try and get some more vills, but Carey doing a very good job of staying on top of it. He doesn't really need... He's got everything he needs right now. He's aging up to 3 with the Scout, which provides Hussar. And it doesn't look like Aztec is going to be able to crack the shell right now, Dunamai.
Oh, too bad Carey didn't exploit it. Like, the Slingers were on the southern parts, and the heavy infantry they're supposed to counter was like closing in on the pikes. This was a wonderful positioning.
So right now, Aztec player IronTurtle just sitting here probing, trying to find weaknesses, trying to pick off as many vills as he can. He's on 32. Carey's only on 30. So Aztec now has a little bit of an eco lead, plus all the idle time. Aztec's been able to stay completely gathering resources this entire game versus Carey. If we'll take a look at the villager graph at the end of this game, but I'm sure the idle time is quite noticeable between the two civilizations here. Again, Dunamai, these two towers are really paying off. With 10 vills, he's just sitting 10 vills idle in his town center, says, come in, push me. You've got to deal with my mass, and you've got to deal with this. And, believe it or not, he's aging behind all of this pressure.
Superb planning from Carey1ag. Note that there's not a single unit in the Aztec roster that can resist 1 fully garrison TC and 2 tower shot in each 2, if you don't send any card. So this is really, really strong.
This is a
huge difference
against a huge mass of Hussars here. Musketeers plus Irish Brigadiers going to chase the Coyote Runners off. We've got some pikemen here in the mix, some Puma Spearmen, but I'm not sure that's going to matter. We do see, however, I do want to point out that the longer this game goes on, the more vulnerable Dunamai or Carey is going to be to raids as he's running out of food in his base, and Coyote's going to cause more idle time. Carey completely on berries.
This could be game. This could be game.
Oh
the Coyotes are completely isolated. This is terrible for IronTurtle. They're going to be snared. They're going to be blocked.
Completely surrounded. These are all dead. Oh, that's huge. And there's the Falconet shipment. He's got one more shipment handy. I expect probably to see some Lancer shipments to deal with the mass of infantry.
Yeah, 100%. And remember, these Coyotes were supposed to be IronTurtle's response to these very Falconets. So now what does he do? He's trading more, but he's out of resources. He's out of tempo because the shipments are more and more expensive. He's out of gas.
He's sending Coyote tactics, but yeah, you have to be careful. You know, I don't know who has the bigger mass technically at this point. If we do this, we have 21, 30, a little bit over 40 units compared to, well, the mass in terms of size definitely goes to IronTurtle's favor, but the Falconets are a deadly combination. Hits age 3 is now going to push his advantage. He knows there's not really much that Aztec can do, I don't think, against these Falconets. As long as he keeps them protected and doesn't leave them hanging out in the middle of nowhere, then this is could be a very deadly push for Carey here. The messenger now coming
This
in.
messenger needs to be the fastest age up he has ever done in his entire life. Because this is coming, and he needs some Ironites, and he needs them yesterday.
He's resorted to spawning warriors every 4.8 seconds with his... How many? He's got 5 warrior priests on the community plaza, so he knows something bad is going to happen. And this age up, which does come in pretty fast, he's just doing everything he can to prep for what is... Well, actually, I say that, and Carey is completely backed off.
So, yep, and immediately he's going up, he's coming in. He knows this is go time. There were just 3k resources just being sunk into an H3. That's go time.
I heard stealth. Where did I hear the stealth? I heard units go into stealth Dunamai, but I don't see them anymore. We're gonna have some raids in here, so
I think you have an Eagle Scout. Yeah, Eagle Scout next to the TP socket on the north.
Okay, gotcha. So a little bit of counter attack. Oh my goodness, how many of these are gonna go down? I mean, we've got some battle in here. This is gonna be a little bit of a battle here, but
that's
also
not gonna matter.
Also,
that's 100% not gonna matter.
This.
Oh god.
This is dangerous. Falconets. So Carey did spot that he was getting raided, and this TC is not long for this world.
But look at the shipment.
Skull Knights.
That could be magnificent. Brace yourselves. The Skull Knights are coming.
The Skull Knights are
No, we
in.
canceled the...
No,
Spin to win.
They're here.
No,
they get
no.
one Falc. They do not get the second one. The second one down on 58 health. These Skull Knights just spawn surrounded by a massive units.
And
the
all there is
Coyote
now
runners
is just...
on the raid are getting deleted by some...
all that's left is light infantry. That's not gonna... Oh, that's gonna be bad. No more shock infantry. The Lancers counter everything in there.
This is going to be a complete wipe, and I think this is going to be good game. The Falconet does end up going down to like a villager, I think. Maybe it's these Coyote runners that come back, but we've got units everywhere in the Aztec base. These Eagle Runner Knights are, again, they're the right unit, but at the wrong time with not enough of them. The Lancers and Hussar are just going to hop on top of the Eagle Runner Knights. Aztec just being surrounded. This town center looks like it's about to go down. We're losing villagers left and right. Here's some more villagers.
I mean, you gotta call it.
GG is called. Wow. Excellently played from... Yeah.
An excellent game. And like props to Carey1ag to add this one tower near the TC. This is the difference between 2 shots and 1 shot. And this is, I cannot understate how huge this is. You basically double your DPS with your defenses. This is gigantic. Really well played. Gave him the time. Didn't freak out under the Aztec pressure. And I think we've all been there under the Aztec pressure. And you do freak out, so props to him. And I mean, the results speak for themselves. 160 unit killed and 50 units lost. That's wonderful.
79 to 135, but 135 units made and only was able to account for 57 units killed. So just unable to crack the turtle. Like you said, calmly built the second tower, didn't panic, knew when to use his res for units and when to get on the berries and when to use that res to age up. Aged up at the right time, shipped the Falx, and the counter push did it all. There's one bill. Yeah. So.
And considering the pressure, the fact that he does so few villages during the moment he was paying attention, not counting the end part there, it's pretty impressive. Like Carey1ag being the IronTurtle feels kind of ironic, but there you have it.
Yeah, so villager pop. Yeah, so you lose a bunch to the raids here, but that's fine because at this point you're in his base and it doesn't matter. Military unit population, huge power spike from Carey, and the age 3 coming maybe a little bit too late. Maybe IronTurtle could have stayed back and aged up and maybe drug out the game a little bit. Not entirely sure if that would have changed the outcome. Dunamai. But yeah, maybe to me, I think he stuck around a little bit too long in age 2. Getting out gathered here by quite a bit.
Yeah, so on this map, maybe 2 things I'll add. The whole game, Carey1ag has had the town, the TP. Just maybe you could add like 5 bikes or take 5 bikes from your mass and siege it down. Don't give Spain this TP that it basically cannot defend. Like, not in a million years. Because Spain will benefit from this TP and it will benefit from this TP a lot.
And you can see exactly that. Spain just ahead in the shipment curve. Despite Warrior Priests for Aztec, just ahead the entire game.
Mm-hmm. And even in the XP total, you would see it. Even though Aztec, like... Oh, no, actually. Impressive. Aztec do have a gigantic XP curve.
That's going to be the power of... Is it 87% still shipment cost?
Something like that. I think it was nerfed. Maybe it's 90%.
It was nerfed at some point. I don't remember what they nerfed it to. But anyways, that's your game of the week. Hope you guys enjoyed. We'll see you next week for week 4's game of the week. That's kicking off this week, actually. So you'll see game 4's GOTW on Wednesday next week. If you liked what you saw, like, subscribe, do all the things. Peace out.